Hey guys, Ben here, Geelong Cable Locations. So for those of you that follow me a fair bit, that have watched my videos in the past, a fair few times you'll have seen me talk about the Australian standards for underground locating, or for the depiction of the underground services. So AS 5488-2013 is the Australian standard that we work to. Whenever we're doing any locating out on site, whenever we're drawing up any plans, anything like that in terms of the underground service locating, we do it to the Australian standard. This way, everyone works to the same standard. There's a consistent line, or your benchmark line. You always try to achieve, try to get better than that, so that when someone else looks at the site, someone else comes and looks at the plan, they can understand it, get a better idea of it. Anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video today is colours. There's been a lot of debate and a lot of discussion about colours. I'm not here to talk about colours, what you should use, what you shouldn't use. I don't want to open that can of worms. So in the Australian standards, there are set colours that you should be using. It's not law. It's not mandatory. You don't have to use those colours, but there are set colours that they want you to use for locating underground cables and putting on plans. But one of the questions that's come up a fair few times, more from locators, more from guys that are out there doing locating. The question is, when you've got a Optus cable and a Telstra cable coming down the same street, how do you, and you've got to mark them both white, so communication, when you're marking the communication, you've got to mark them white. How do you distinguish the two? If one comes over and they cross over or something like that, how do you distinguish, how do you put your marks down? This is not in the standards. This is just comes up to the locator on how the locator decides to do it. You could just put your dots down, you could put your lines down, you could join the dots, you could do a range of different things. I was on a job site, it was actually a night shift job last year, and I took a video of everything I located. So I took footage of everything I located because it was normally take photos, but this one it was a bit complicated, so I took a video of it just so I've got evidence of what we've done. In case anything happens, anything gets hit, we can show what we've done, and also so in case the client wants a copy of it in case the ground gets washed away or something and the paint goes. So we always take photos of every job we do. Anyway. What I thought I'd do, I'd show you what I do. So if we get out to a job, so this one here was fairly complicated. There's a fair few services out there, a lot of communication, a lot of different types of communication. So what I did is I marked them differently. So what I want to do, I'll play you the video. Now I'll play you the video, but the video quality is very, very poor. So you have to excuse me about that. I used my mobile phone to do the recording. And it was night time, so the quality of it was pretty bad. It is a Google Pixel XL, so it is meant to be pretty good, but still there's only so much a mobile phone can do. Even if I used this camera, it still would have been pretty bad. So jump over this screen, come over, have a look, and we'll play the video, and I'll talk over it, and I'll tell you what we've done and how it is. And I mean, I'm sure those of you with experience will understand. As soon as you start to see the video, you'll get the picture. But hey, hope this helps you. Let's get into it. Okay, so that there is a Vocus pit. So we've got, let me just pause it for a sec. So the white dots are the cable. So all the white dots that we've got on that you see everywhere, that is the cable that I've located. So it's all communication. And what you'll see is I've put a different color in the center of it so that we can distinguish it. We carry, you can't see the paint cans, but we carry 10 different colors of paint. With us, generally 10 different colours is enough. Some of these jobs, you've got to use multiple colours on dots in different ways. So anyway, let's keep watching. All right, so right there you'll see we're following the purple dots right now. So if you keep following the purple dots, so it's a white dot with purple inside of it. So when I say purple dots, let's pause again. Sorry guys, when I say purple dots, when I say red dots, when I say green dots, I'm talking about the dot inside of the white. So you've got a white mark, and then in the center of it is what it's colored. So that goes to the manhole, that goes to that manhole. So from this manhole here, we've got two different types of conduits. One of them is with a red dot, the other one there is with an orange dot, and it's with 3 dots. So you see how, I mean, when you're on site, it does make a bit more sense. All you literally do is follow the dots. Again, Optus cable here, from this Optus cable, it's the, what colour is that one? I think that's pink. Follow the pink dots. See over here now, actually that's red, the other one's orange. See over here, it gets confusing, so that's why you go over it like that. So it keeps following the dots, follow the red dots as you go through. It's actually pretty shallow there, as you see, and it goes up the road from that way there. Come around again, and we'll follow a different one now. Just from that manhole again, so go in from that manhole, there's one that goes around the side, and then there's this one here that goes straight to that pit. So you see it going to that pit, then you'll see that other one over there going around past the gas valve, keeps going around, so that's got the purple dots in it, and that's going over to the Vocus pit. And then these ones here that cross the road, coming back this way. We go over, we go next to that post, go through there, around that pit there, it's going around the pit, going around that pit as well, keeps going around and then goes into that pit there. So does that make sense to you? Does that really, are you understanding what I mean? I'd say it's nothing special, it's not rocket science. I'm sure, I was going to start again, let's stop that. I'm sure my kids would probably understand this if I told my kids, but it's just to show you a different way of doing it. So again, there's no set standard on, I mean, some guys put 3 dots, so they'll put 3 and then next to it, and I've done it before as well. So you put 3 dots, then you put 2 dots, so everywhere there's 3 dots, that's one cable, everywhere there's 2 dots, that's another cable, and everywhere there's 1 dot, that's another cable. Over here, because they were crossing each other, it was too hard putting the 3 dots and 2 dots because, again, before I started locating, I didn't know any of that was going. So you go and hook on the one, and go find it, mark it all, then you go hook on another one, mark it, and find it's crossing over the other one. So all of a sudden it gets all confusing. By the end of the night, you're like, oh my God, all those marks, and you got to try to work out what is what. So that's why I've used the colour dot situation. You could put crosses down instead of dots. Follow the crosses, then follow the dots, follow the lines, follow the circles, put circles with nothing in between. There's a range of different ways of doing it. The idea is just to distinguish difference between one conduit and the other conduit, just so you can, just so as a locator you know that you have located it, so you can tick it off that you have located it, and so you can show the client, so you can explain what they all are. That's it, guys. Real quick video today in the office, so it's easier. Don't have to worry about wind noise or anything like that, a bit different. Anyway, guys, I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And for those of you that are locators, let me know what do you do in situations like this, where it gets really complicated, where there's a lot of services out there that are all the same type of utility, when you should only be using one colour. Now, I have used other colours for it. So let's say, for example, we're on this job and there was no other services. All we're doing is just communication. All those communications are all we're doing. Then I might have used yellow and I might have used blue and I might have used some other ones. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't have done that. But anyway, you could do it if you wanted. I didn't on this one because I located everything on that site. So there was all other colours all over the place. So that's why I didn't do it. And generally I wouldn't. I'd probably use this system. But anyway, yeah, those of you that are locators, leave a comment below. Tell me what you would have done or what you do in this situation. Guys, take care. Hope you're all well. And I'll catch you on the next, probably the next job outside.